ate a cup of tea and 2 spoons of beans.
And that's a meal?
Nothing.
And how many meals a day are you eating?
Once.
Once a day you eat?
Once a day. Supper. Only supper.
This woman was interviewed by Sky News just a few months ago. It would seem since that interview, the food shortage crisis in Zimbabwe has gotten out of hand. With disastrous harvests, shortage of basic food commodities, soaring food prices, and out-of-control inflation, Zimbabweans are hungry and many are dying.
If it was that we have got money, we have got food, the son will be still alive.
Children are the most vulnerable to nutritional deficits and the first to succumb when there's not enough food at home. Those with severe malnutrition have a 25 to 50% chance of dying if they are not treated properly.
Children die quietly at home from malnutrition. And now with the hospitals and clinics being very seriously affected by the economic crisis in this country, very often people don't even bother coming to the clinics and hospitals because they know that there is so little that the hospitals and clinics can do.
With the raging inflation of over 231 million%, and since the runoff of presidential elections in late June, increasing numbers of Zimbabweans are crossing into South Africa each day. Those who are leaving are more and more frequently women and children. But the South African government can't help anymore. Just yesterday, they announced that they will not be giving Zimbabwe any more aid until the country has a functioning government.
We actually face a catastrophic situation in terms of food. We believe that by January we need to feed over 5.5 million people. And that's almost 3/4 of the adult population. Our hospitals have just over the last 2-3 weeks have shut down because there are no doctors, there are no medicines in them. And 90% of the schools have just shut down because the teachers are not able to attend the schools. That is the extent of the humanitarian crisis we face. And it has deteriorated to alarming levels at the moment.
President Robert Mugabe's ruling ZANU-PF and the opposition for Movement for Democratic Change are going to hold another round of talks in South Africa next week to seek a breakthrough in their latest political deadlock. Mugabe is trying to push through a constitutional amendment allowing him to name a cabinet, while the MDC refuses to enter the government. The power struggle between Morgan Tsvangirai and Robert Mugabe has overshadowed daily hardships, including food and fuel shortages that have driven millions of Zimbabweans out of the country. And for those who are left behind, many of them are only asking for a miracle.